Do you know you can plant the best variety of seed? Apply optimum fertilizer on your farm and even observe the best management practices on your farm. But at the end of the day, you won't still be achieving the best output in terms of production. And this is majorly because you are overlooking or avoiding one of the most important pillar in crop production. If you are watching this channel for the first time, my name is Lawal Olusolalawa, and this channel is dedicated to profitable and sustainable agriculture. On today's episode, I will be discussing with you all the importance of soil testing. I will be talking about the types of soil testing, the benefits of soil testing, and how to go about it in a more economic way that won't cost you so much more. So if you are a crop farmer, you should watch this video to the end. To start with, what is soil testing? Soil testing is, as the name implies, soil and test. Testing your soil to know the parameters and the characteristics of your soil before you go about, you go on with your cultivation to plant any crop on the farm. Soil testing will give you information such as the pH value, the acidity or the neutrality or the basicity of the soil. It will let you know the nature of the soil in terms of soil-borne diseases. It will help you know characteristics just as the water holding capacity, the soil structure, and the soil texture. And all these things are so much important in determining the type of crop and how the crop will do on the soil. So to start with, what are the types of soil testing we have? We have basically three types of soil testing. Number one is soil pH, which is to know the acidity or the basicity of the soil, the alkalinity of the soil. Now, the importance of this is that the soil pH determines two things. It determines the availability of nutrient, because as the soil becomes more acidic, there is tendency that it will affect the availability of some type of nutrient. And as the soil becomes also alkaline, it also affects the availability of some kind of nutrient in your soil. So on the pH scale, soil is divided into three types. We have basically three types of soil according to soil pH. We have the acidic soil, we have the neutral soil, and we have the alkaline soil. So what happened is that from the scale of 5.5 downward, any soil that have the measurement of 5.5 downward is considered to be acidic. And in this type of soil, you can grow limited type of crop on them. Crops such as cassava in some cases, crops such as pineapple, crops such as cashew. These are the type of soil you can grow, the type of crop you can grow on acidic soil. But the list is very limited. You have very few type of soil, type of crop you can grow on such soil. So when we talk about neutral soil is soil within the range of 6 to 7 or 7.5. This is the best type of soil pH you can have. And virtually 95% of crop would do well on this type of soil. Let me just say all type of crop will do well on this type of soil. So when we talk about alkaline soil is when soil have the pH value of 7.5 above, or 8 from 8, the value of 8 above. So any soil from on that is considered to be alkaline. So another thing is that soil pH, you knowing the soil pH will help you to determine two things. It will help you to determine the type of crop that is suitable to cultivate on your land. And also you'll be able to know there's something we call the CEC, cation exchange capacity. The cation exchange capacity is dependent on the soil pH. And the cation exchange capacity determines the ability of soil to release nutrients for crop use. Having said that, another type of soil testing we have is the nutrient testing. When you actually analyze your soil to know the type of nutrient that is available and to know the type of nutrient that is lacking. This is very, very, very important, because this will be guiding you to know the type of fertilizer you'll be applying. When you test your soil for nutrients, you'll be able to analyze, the quantity of each nutrient available in the soil. And this one will guide you to know the type of fertilizer and also to know the type of crop you'll be growing on your land. And the number 3 type of test we have is the test for soil-borne diseases, because there are some kind of diseases that are soil-borne. They are embedded and they grow, they survive in the soil. So it is very, very important we carry out this kind of test on our soil. And one of the examples of soil-borne disease is nematode. It is very, very important, especially if you want to cultivate a crop like plantain, banana, and all those tuber crop like yam. It is very, very important you carry out soil-borne disease test to know the level of nematode in your soil. When you know the level of nematode in your soil, it will give you a kind of hint, the preparation, the kind of treatment you will carry out on your soil. And also you'll be able to know if you should go ahead planting that type of crop. Having said that, the importance of you testing your soil is so enormous, because you not testing your soil and just hitting the farm and planting is just like a blind man going on a journey. Number one, you don't know the type of disease that is embedded in the soil. You don't know the nutrient that is available in the soil. You don't know the nutrient that is lacking. So you end up just buying any type of fertilizer and applying fertilizer, and at the end of the day, you will not be getting the desired result. Another importance of soil testing is that it will avail you the pH value of your soil. And by knowing the pH value of your soil, you'll be able to determine the best type of crop that is suitable on your soil. For example, if you happen to have an acidic soil on your farm and you carry out soil testing and you already know this soil is acidic, this already gives you an edge over somebody who has not carried out that kind of test. And you'll be able to determine what type of crop. Maybe you'll be going for cashew, you'll be going for cassava. You look towards the type of crop that can actually survive and thrive well on acidic soil. So you won't end up bringing soil that require neutral soil or alkaline soil and planting it on an acidic soil. And these are the things that actually affect productivity and output, because there's no way you can do it. If you have an acidic soil and you are planting cabbage, for example, cabbage that have pH requirement towards being an alkaline soil, and you are planting it on an acidic soil, definitely there's no amount of management, no amount of fertilizer you can apply. The crop will not be doing optimally well. So soil testing, and before I go, I want to give some hints. Testing for pH and testing for soil nutrient. You don't necessarily have to go take soil sample and take to the lab in the city, and you'll be ending up spending so much money. There are actually soil testers, as in we have soil testers nowadays that are actually handy, portable. You can put pocket-sized soil tester. You can use them on your farm to test the soil pH and even to test the nutrients in your soil. And some of them, I'll be having them available in Nigeria before the end of this month. So if you are a farmer, you are a crop farmer, and you really have interest and you are serious about what you are doing, you have interest in acquiring all these kind of smart farming equipment like soil tester, you will be able to test the pH of your soil, to test the nutrient content of your soil. You can actually pick my WhatsApp number on this channel and send me a message to place a request. Before the end of this month, I'll be having some of this equipment and many other equipment available in Nigeria for farmers who wants to buy. So with this, I've come to the end of today's video, and I hope you got value one way or the other. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for the attention. Thank you so much.